Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Deadly Premonition. Last time, we found a way into the art gallery, an underground passage, only to find that, we're apparently in the other world again. And we did see some zombies and some shadows, but apparently, Emily, who was with us, did not. Of course, we went in by ourselves, and left the police behind, as always. No surprise here. Just to go over what was happening last time, the stakeout on Nick and Diane did not go quite as we expected. The plan was to follow both Nick and Diane from the Galaxy of Terror, where they usually get together to have a drink, back to wherever they might go, but Diane never showed up. So we went ahead and went to the Muse's Gallery, which is where we figured Nick was going. But we don't see him at the gallery yet. We did not see his car in the parking lot. George said he did not see any sign of Nick arriving. Yet we followed him here, and the gallery was really the only place that he could have gone. There really wasn't anywhere else that he could have been driving to.
Huh?
Okay, it's time to say hello to most people's most hated enemy in the game, the Crawling Shadow. This is going to give you a lot of trouble the first time you encounter one, because it's a little confusing on what you're supposed to do. They turn invisible and visible again, and you can only hurt them when they're visible. When they're invisible, don't even bother trying. They crawl along the ceilings and walls, and the reason why most people hate these things is because they usually fight them the wrong way. You see, there's a hard way to fight these things, and there's an easy way. Actually, two easy ways. And we'll be looking at both. Now, I'm going to start off by fighting this thing the hard way. The way that most people do this, just to show you how long this thing can take to fight normally and why people hate it. After that, we'll try the easy way. Okay, so this is the hard way. The hard way is using the machine gun. You see, it's invisible right now, but if we run under it, it'll try to grab us. Make sure you don't get caught. That hurts a lot. Once it's visible, we can shoot it. It then goes to the wall. Stand across the hallway so it can't... Whoop, okay, went to the ceiling. Like I said, make sure you don't get grabbed, because that does hurt a lot. Then shoots a fireball at us. The slowest fireball in the world. It's easy enough to dodge. It only turns visible when it attacks. So that's the only time it's you're able to hurt it. Well, hold on. That was close, actually. When you hurt it twice, it goes down to the floor and throws the fireball. So basically the way you want to approach this, if you're doing it this way, fighting it with a gun like this, which you don't actually, is you want to wait for it to do its attack, go through its animation, and then attack. Don't try shooting it before it attacks. Unlike the shadows that we've encountered so far, the crawling shadow has far more health and can take... Whoop, hold on. Can take so many more shots than the normal shadows. Now, the thing is... It can sort of fake you out like that. It's like that too. Going from walls to ceiling. Now, the thing about this, why a lot of people hate it, is because they usually fight it the way I'm fighting it right now. That is to say, with the machine gun. Because the machine gun is a popular weapon. A lot of people who play Deadly Premonition like using it because you don't really have to worry too much about aiming or ammo. It's sort of a spray and pray type weapon. But the problem is that as you go through the game, the enemies get tougher, and the machine gun, which seemed very powerful at first, shows itself to not actually be all that strong. Now, you get a variety of weapons in this game, and you might feel that you want to stick with the machine gun because it's what you know how to use it. But that would be a mistake, because there are actually very good reasons for why you have so many weapons in the game. All the guns work in different ways, and the melee weapons do as well. And the melee weapons generally are stronger than the guns, for the most part. So if you're only using guns, and furthermore, if you're only using the machine gun, because you're used to it, you're going to have problems with this fight. It's going to take you a very long time. I mean, how long has this fight been going on so far? It's been a few minutes. And yet, even though it's been a few minutes, the shadow is still going. This is a significant upgrade over the normal shadows, so it's easy to see why people could be taken by surprise by this. Because up to now, the normal shadows, you can kill them with really very few shots. And the only other enemy that we've encountered so far has been the Raincoat Killer, which is unkillable in the first place. And the giant dogs, which I guess you could say are sort of an optional bonus enemy, since we haven't actually had to fight them. We just chose to because we stayed out after midnight. But this is the first time that you have a mandatory fight scene against an enemy that is this tough, that has this much health, as opposed to the normal shadows. So like I said, it does take people by surprise. And even though the presentation of this fight makes it seem like a mini-boss, this is just another enemy. This isn't the only one. We will be fighting more. So, if you can see how long this is taking me to kill just one, you can imagine how frustrating this is going to be when we have to fight them over and over again in a row. Which is not right now, but eventually we'll get to that point. To fight these things, you really do need something stronger, something much more powerful. And fortunately, the game does give you this. There are two very good options to take when fighting these crawling shadows. One option we already have. The other one we don't have yet. So that'll be for later on. But we do have the means to kill these things in just a few seconds, actually, with what we already have. Like I said, I'm just doing this right now to show you the frustrating way of trying to fight these things, the way that most people will go about doing it before they're aware of there being better ways. Oh, there we go. Done. I think I'm gonna take a look through the video and see just how long that took, because I wasn't keeping track. But anyway, like I said, that's the common way. That's how most people try to do it, with the machine gun, and you saw how long that took. The lesson here is don't fight the crawling shadows with the machine gun. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't fight them with it. Get a better weapon. Don't use the machine gun. At this point in the game, we really shouldn't be using the machine gun at all, anyway. We'll take this mystical donut. And after fighting the shadow, it does give us the courtesy of a fully stocked room, a bed, can change clothes, toolbox, a little bit of food, and save point. We don't need any of that right now, though. So yes, the point is that there's a very good reason why the game gives you so many different weapons.
This is the entrance hall.
What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Too much noise. We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
Well, even though we couldn't really see what was going on, it certainly didn't sound good. Different paintings than the last time we were here. Holding a red apple, and there's a pedestal here that we can put something down on. How about our fishing rod? Okay, so we don't have what we need to put down on that. Red vines blocking off some areas of the gallery, and the structure, the work of art that used to be there is definitely different now. But we've seen one of those trees before, red tree with a lot of hands on it. We saw that in the lumber mill. I don't think that's blue. It's more greenish yellow. So yes, we have seen... Oh, we've got a time limit. And we have seen this before. In the lumber mill we had a time limit, and once that reached 0, York did not have a good reaction to it. So we'll see if we can leave the room. No, I don't think so. I think that we have more important business to take care of. Here's the front door, but cannot go out that. Here's the third apple picture. Maybe so. When we saw that close-up of the tree, it did look like that there were apples in the branches. So let's shoot them out. Red apple, which the first painting had in it, of the man. And the child's picture had the green apple in it. As time goes on, the room becomes more purple, filled up with purple mist like last time. So if we take too long with this, it'll become harder and harder to see what's in the branches. We saw 3 paintings of apples, which should mean that there is a third apple somewhere in the branches. And there it is. Can be a little tricky to see. And the tree is shrinking now, but the time limit has not expired. Or rather, I should say it hasn't stopped. Still going down, so I think we know what we need to do. This is the painting of the ripe apple. Alright, let's hurry up as things are becoming more and more purple. The child's picture got the green apple. One more. Right, visibility is getting very low, but fortunately this is the last one. Well, I guess that shouldn't be a surprise. But of course, these are just normal little shadows. And it's not going to take much to take them out. Okay, enough fooling around. Let's just switch to the guitar and finish these quick. And there was one more up on top of the stairs. This one is a shotgunner. It's important to note because looks like red seeds fell out of that tree. But that last shadow was a shotgunner. That's important to note because for once, it actually dropped its shotgun. So we've got a new weapon, the shotgun. We've collected quite a bit of ammo for it during the spiritual map, but we never actually got one until now. And that is the first opportunity, I do think, for you to pick one up.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Well, that cleared up some of the premonition after getting the first key, first puzzle piece. I think we can assume that Diane is probably going to be in a bad way once we find her. There's still, of course, pieces of the premonition that... hold on. Okay, let's take a look at what the shotgun does. It works differently than the submachine gun. What this does... it has stopping power. It's for crowd control. It can knock down shadows in one shot. It doesn't kill as fast as the machine gun, because when you use the machine gun, the shadow stays standing. It stays standing, so it's easy to kill it very quickly. The shotgun, they get knocked over. So it does take longer to use the shotgun to take out a shadow than with other weapons. But the shotgun really isn't necessarily, I think, for killing enemies. It's really more for keeping them under control. For if you're confronted by a large group, and you can just knock them over. Just see what they dropped. Ah, yeah, something important. So the shotgun is not a great weapon for every situation, but there certainly are situations where it will be useful. But why bother using that when we do still have our legendary guitar? Okay, sometimes the legendary guitar doesn't always pan out. Oh, I just noticed our regeneration isn't on. because our weather doll is in the wrong orientation. Let's turn that upside down. Right, so what we saw in the Premonition, it did appear, from what little we did see, that the Raincoat Killer confronted Diane, and it seemed that did not turn out very well for her.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed.
No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
So from what we could see, it seemed that Diane knew who the Raincoat Killer was when she saw him, but it seemed that she was surprised by who it was. So perhaps when we talked to her before, she really did not know the identity of the killer, but it seemed that whoever it was, she was familiar with the person. Or at least that's what we might be able to assume from what we just saw. I think this room might have infinite respawning enemies, so let's not bother with that. We have more important things to do anyway. Like finding Diane, and seeing if the killer is still here. We haven't seen the Raincoat Killer yet. I think we can guess whose it is. We come into this room with a crowd of shadows, but with the guitar it really isn't too much of an issue. And we were in this room before. This is Diane's storage room with those sliding drawers. But there's really only one we have to take a look at, as denoted by the red glowies. And the red glowies never lie.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed.
No! Don't!
Well, we've gotten all 3 puzzle pieces now. We saw the entire premonition. So it looked like the raincoat killer confronted Diane. It looked like that was in her office. She was surprised to see the person and impressed to see who the killer was. Looked like the killer stabbed her with his stabbing knife. Painted that upside-down peace sign in blood and then dragged her away. Still have not seen the raincoat killer yet. I suppose the order of business right now is to find where Diane was taken to. And we saw that beckoning hand. You probably guessed what that was from. Yep, crawling shadow. Okay, so I said last time that the machine gun was the hard way to do it, and that we were going to do it the easy way next time. And that's what we're going to do right now. So what's the easy way? First, we pick the shotgun, wait for the crawling shadow to come at you, run under it, turn around, shoot. That'll send it to the wall. Quickly change to the legendary guitar, go to the opposite wall, wait for it to finish its animation. Swing once, swing twice, and that's it. That's all. That's how you kill the crawling shadows. So, don't use the machine gun. Don't use this. At this point in the game, the machine gun is good for smashing boxes, but you really shouldn't be using it for fights. Another crawling shadow. Now, if you can imagine, if we were doing all of these the long way, how frustrating it might be to encounter another one so soon. But fortunately, with Greco at our side, it's over in seconds. Yet another. Mm-hmm. 1, 2. And remember, this is on hard, so they don't get any tougher than this. Try to fake you out a little bit by throwing a couple normal shadows at you. Cola. But no time to hang around fighting these shadows. We gotta find where Diane is. We failed to save Becky last time, but who knows? Maybe there might be a chance to still save Diane. Another fully stocked room. And over here, you can probably guess what that is. Right, that's Becky's letter. that was sent with the locket and the shoes.
Nick. Huh?
Agent Morgan, where are you? Answer me! Come on, open up!
Diane?
George, call for assistance with the body.
Wait! She's still alive.
Diane, don't move. Don't move your hands and stay still.
George, it's no good. It won't budge.
Emily, stand back.
There's not enough time. George! Catch us!
Thomas! Call an ambulance!
What? What?
Agent York, George, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. I think I'm too old to be an acrobat, though.
Diane looks okay too. She should be able to tell us who did this to her.
God, I hope so. But you, George, quite a catch. I'm impressed.
George? Diane.
Oh, sir, what a beautiful beast. The reaching one who fear off into many directions, culminating in sharp voices, slide away into nothingness, into finding a truly deep eroticism in all who clear. Every woman will find herself about being penetrated by your sharp voice. This piece is most unimaginable desire. And yes, this is far more than a wooden piece of art. It is a precious masterpiece by elegant
Diane?
themselves. Come closer. Begging its beauty.
Diane! Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames.
Back off! Don't touch me!
Diane, no! Move!
Emily, hurry!
I requested, and
Thomas will need a body bag, too. Nick, quiet.
Can you hear that?
Hmm?
I think he wants us to follow him. Shall we follow, Zach?
Well, I guess we will follow. Unfortunately, we were unable to save Diane, just like we were unable to save Becky. But for some reason, Kaysen's dog, Willie, is here. So we'll follow him and see if he can lead us to anything interesting next time. See you then.